On June 18th, 2024, the League of Women Voters, the Charleston Forum, and Charleston Shared Future convened a panel of experts to discuss and prepare for the school board elections in the Tri-County area coming up this fall. Dr. Kendra Stewart agreed to facilitate the discussion, and we had better than an hour's worth of exchange, which was well beyond the simple attributes of what makes for a good school board member and effective board, and into the real issues that the Tri-County region confronts. What follows here are some of the highlights of that exchange, and if you want to see the complete and hear the complete version, you can find that YouTube edition on either the League of Women Voters website or that of the Charleston Forum.
I cannot stress enough the significance on a society of equitable access to high quality education. And school boards serve as really touchstones of democracy, allowing citizens the opportunity to influence how education is delivered in our communities.
Serving as an effective school board member today requires great amounts of time, sincere interest in public education, and a commitment to improving learning for all children.
Being collaborative, being a team member, knowing you're not going to win every argument, knowing that there really are not any arguments any of us need to win other than those that benefit children. Not having a next election on your brain when you are supposed to be focusing on children and families and educators.
Being willing to serve and prepare for service, that's one. Seek wisdom from others, that's two. And third, being willing to learn and to listen.
Transparency and honesty. We've got to restore the public's trust in our school boards, and also for our school board members to be learners themselves. Like coming onto a school board, there's going to be a huge learning curve. If you have not been involved in any kind of education system, you've got to learn the education piece. If you have never managed people, the school board is responsible for managing a superintendent. So you have to understand HR policies and practices. If you have never managed a budget, school districts are multi-million-dollar businesses. And so there's a lot of learning that happens when you come onto a school board.
We don't need to necessarily become career school board members, right? We have to do the right thing. And if that means you lose for standing up for what is correct, then so be it. And I think that's something where even in our current politics, I'm sorry, we're apolitical, but we just keep thinking, how do I, stay in leadership? But we don't need to do that.
Education is not a partisan issue. And in South Carolina, I mentioned earlier, we have 73 school boards, 73 districts. And really, if you want to take a look at the dysfunction that you see in Washington, the increasing dysfunction that you're seeing at the State House, is that what we want for our school boards that are overseeing the education of our children? I don't think so.
I would just say to individuals out there who are not in the field of education, you know who you can trust already in public offices in your communities, and do what I did. Go ask them for 5 minutes and talk to them about who they trust.
Obviously, important issues that need to occupy school board members' focus would be certainly student academic achievement, and school leadership, and focusing on, as a board, making sure that we have top leadership, not only in the district office, but at the school level. Because again, that goes a long way to building and strengthening the retention issue that we have out there.
Turnover is the turnover because the conditions for school district leaders and employees creates the condition that nobody stays over a certain amount of time. And so I just think if school boards could think about how they create the conditions so that transformation can occur, we could be in a different place.
The superintendent and the school board are the educational team for the district, and I emphasize the word team. There's got to be trust. There's got to be a reasonable understanding from each what their role is and what the expectation is of the other. The board sets the goals for the district, the vision for the district. Superintendent carries that out.
So our school board their role is to manage the leader that they hire, to make sure that the leader that they hire is doing the job that that person is supposed to do. And so our school board has to work in partnership with our districts to support the leader, yet hold them accountable for results and innovation.
We have to be very cognizant. We have to be very much aware that, one, you're going to have people who are going to try to put forth their particular agenda. When we do that, we then begin to cut other people who are whose history is equally as important out of the picture.
I think it's really important that our school board must believe in the ability of all children to achieve at high levels, not just your district's children.
That at the core of all of our decisions should be the well-being of the next generation, our children, our youth.
Major systems changes need to occur for our schools to be adequately able to serve all children.